Hi, John Czapko, the Thrive Insurance Group. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to talk about something really important in the business community, which is cyber liability, cyber threats, and the impact that this has on small businesses. I wanted to give some tips and tricks on cyber liability we should do as a small business community to protect ourselves on the front end from cyber liability threats. So today, in talking about cyber liability, these threats are becoming more and more diverse. They're becoming more and more critical. They're becoming more and more active. They're happening every day, and they're coming from different threat vectors and different actors and different examples, and different things are coming at us at different speeds, and every day they're hitting us. So we have to be proactive in our defense and depth strategy. And so what I recommend is working with a local agent and a local or national systems integration firm or cyber firm to make sure that you have all your bases covered. So making sure we're looking at things holistically, not only from a cyber liability perspective, but also from a systems integration or an IT perspective. So making sure that we're going through these things collectively with a partner of choice, making sure that you're doing your questionnaire as you're going through your cyber application process with the cyber company that you're going to go down the path with. Go through that process with a systems integration firm and making sure you're going through the process together. Make sure you understand your multi-factor authentication strategy together. Make sure you're understanding your patching schedule. Make sure you're understanding the endpoint process that you have in place from a protection perspective, your malware protection. Make sure you have all that stuff identified and opportunistically mapped out within your organization. Those things are really key from a cyber defense and depth perspective, and making sure that you have a partner that can help you from an IT perspective is really critical as well. So make sure that you have partners not only on the liability side, but also on the IT side, and you're working hand in hand together. I think that's a really big miss that some small businesses they don't think to connect those two dots. And so we're a big proponent of those things within Thrive Insurance Group to be able to help our customers connect those dots. The other piece that I wanted to talk about was what is covered within cyber liability. There's some confusion there, and it's really pretty simple. We cover data recovery. We cover legal expenses, which is really a huge piece. And then there's reputational damage, and there's some other pieces that are covered within cyber liability. But the legal pieces are really the key, and that's really where you get a lot of help. There's incident response. There's business income coverage if you have that, which is really important. If you're out of operations for some period of time, you can get business income coverage that would cover the lost income within your business. So make sure, as I talk about a lot, you're looking at the exclusions of your policy. Make sure you're working with your local agent to make sure you map in those exclusions. And if you have an exclusion, get that covered, because business income is important. So make sure you understand what's included in your policy. The cyber policies are very descriptive. They're very clearly written with what's included and what's excluded, what's covered within the defense costs, within the legal requirements excluded. So make sure you really understand that, and you're working with your local agent to understand what's included. It's really critical. You might think, hey, I'm a contractor. Do I need this? Yeah, you do. If you're working with ServiceTitan, you're working with Jobber, you're collecting private information, you're collecting credit card information. They have those controls in place within those applications. That's great. But just put that extra layer of protection in place with a cyber liability policy to cover yourself. I might be a contractor, but I still need that extra layer of coverage in place. We work with a lot of consulting firms that help contractors, that help franchisees, that help technology firms implement these types of things within their environments. So make sure you're working with someone that understands your particular vertical and what you are working with and those constraints that you have within those verticals. I think that's really important as well. So if we can answer any further questions, please reach out to us. We'd love to have a cyber liability conversation with you. Make sure you're working with your local agency to have these protections built into your resiliency plan. It's really critical. The world is getting crazy, and we just need to make sure that we're protecting our small businesses, the foundation of our economy, that we have these cyber liability pieces in place. So if we can answer any further questions, please reach out to us via Facebook, via YouTube, via email. We'd love to be able to be of service. Make sure you're working with your local agencies. Make sure you're covering your cyber liability practices within your environment. Again, thank you. Have a great day. If we could be of service, please reach out. Remember, thrive today, protect tomorrow. Thanks again.